I'm going to talk about the stock market crash, economic collapse, and the SHTF that everyone is talking about here on YouTube and they think is right around the corner. When I watch some of these videos, seems like to me that a lot of these people really want this to happen. I've seen many YouTubers even say that they want the stock market to crash. They think that because they own a pile of silver or gold that they won't be affected. They are wrong. Let's do a recap of what happened since the last crash in 2008. After the stocks crashed, the price of gasoline doubled, and it doubled quickly. The price of food went up, and it's still going up. I don't see any change in the near future. The price of rent, electricity, and goods went up. What happened to wages? Nothing. A lot of people are making less money or the same amount of money that they were making back then. What happened to the unemployment rate? It shot up. A lot of Americans lost their jobs, and a lot of people around the world lost their jobs. In 2008, we saw a 60% decline in stock prices. At the same time, silver declined 50%. I believe this was due to a lack of manufacturing demand. More people with less money are able to afford a less amount of silver when they go to the coin shop. More people with less money are able to afford less amount of goods. The smaller amount of goods they buy, the lower the manufacturing production will be. The lower the manufacturing production, it's going to equate to a lower demand for silver and all raw materials, as well as lower prices. The economy is based on construction and manufacturing. When I look at the real economy, I like to look at stocks that deal in raw materials. Some of the stocks that I like to look at are steel, copper, plastics, concrete, lumber, cotton, and oil. What has been happening in all of those stocks? They have been going down, which I believe is a good indicator of the real economic conditions of the United States as well as the rest of the world. If 10% of working Americans lose their job, how is that going to benefit your stack? If you were to lose your job, like many Americans did in 2008, and you had to sell your silver for a 50% loss, like I think a lot of Americans had to do in 2008, just to make ends meet, how is that going to benefit you? If you don't think that you will be affected just because you don't own stocks or because you own a pile of silver or gold, I think you're mistaken. So my prediction is I think that we are in an economic slowdown. I hope it remains a slowdown. If it were to crash at this point, it will be very ugly. If you look at the price of steel, the price of steel is half of what it was after the crash of 2008.